Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. I appreciate y'all waiting. Trying some new things today, and I kind of didn't wasn't as smooth as I'd like to be. But lo and behold, we are here. We are live. Shout out to each and every one of the platforms that we are streaming on. We are streaming right now on Facebook. Shout out to my Facebook crew. What it do? We are streaming on YouTube. The Bing Squad. What it do? What's happening, everybody? Jay Bertola, what's going on? Jeff King, my guy. Dwayne Edwards, what's going on, fellas? Rick James, bitch. What's going on, fellas? We on Twitter, the Twitter fam. What's going on, everybody? And Sportscaster, man. We dealing on Sportscaster, man. We all over the place, man. So salute and shout out to each and every one of you guys. Charlie Mansouri, what's going on? Mr. Bing, Biggity Bing, we back in this bitch. The Bell game is strong today. Hold on, let me grab my drink real quick. Can y'all hear me all right? Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Can everybody hear me? Okay, we live. What's going on, everybody? We are the Buffalo Fanatics. I am your host, RIco. This is the RIco Report. I kind of like the ring of it, but I also like the chop. I'm still kind of debating between those two because, I mean, normally the way my style is we chop it up. We do chop it up, man. I say what I need to say. I get my opinion pieces out. You know what I'm saying? I express myself like I normally do, and then I interact with folks. So we chop it up. That's normally how we do it, man. So I appreciate that. And we're going to start it off with a bang with my guy, Mark Bloomquist. Mark, salute to you, my G. That's how we get shit popping, so let's do it. So you guys know I cannot start this without saying salute to the Bing Squad. So the Bing Squad's in the building. I see Captain Pennsylvania is here. I see you. That's Thomas Gibson is here. Richard Cartagena. What's going on, Richard? What's everybody up to tonight? Bill Central, I got you. So the shout out goes to the Big Squad, aka the super chat is always lit as well. For those that contribute to us on a monthly basis, that's who we appreciate. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. But there's a little bit more special love to the subscribers because that's love right there, right? And the super chatters that are supporting the channel. Salute to you guys, and priority goes to the super chat. Y'all know how it is. So we very much appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in every damn day because we give you guys fire every day of the week, whether it's on the podcast, whether it's on the mic, or whether it's on the vidcast. I'm gonna take something from the Bills guys, man. The vidcast, they coined the phrase, and I like it. So if you guys are looking for articles and you guys want to contribute as a writer, we're always looking to expand and bring the team on. We got an editor-in-chief and my guy, Adam Nanini, which is part of the NFL Basement Podcast. That's my guy. He's got one of the best throws in the game right now. My man is doing it. Shout out to my guy, Adam Nanini, editor-in-chief. And if you are looking to become a writer, you guys want to write opinion pieces, you want to express yourself, you want to do whatever, you guys, and you do it through pen. Right? Through pen. You guys know what I'm talking about. Shout out to you guys, man. Yo, hit us up in the email and let us know. It's Buffalo Fanatics. You guys know the pieces. We got some writers that are doing big things right now. My guy Jake is putting out mad pieces. Keep going, Jake. Keep grinding. Let's go. If you guys are not following us on Instagram, hit us up. Don't be that person that follows us everywhere but Instagram. You guys got to hit us up on Instagram. It's the Buffalo Fanatics on Instagram. My guy Bobby runs that thing to a T. Like, he doesn't miss a beat, and we've got one of the best run pages on IG. Biased or not, you guys be the judge. And if you guys want to become part of the Flick Chat with chatwithbf.com, once the season starts, it's going to be lit. So let's make it happen. And you know, I got to run through this, man. The merch is out. New merch is out. Jump on there real quick. You guys saw me rocking the Buffalo Fanatics version of this top right here. You know what I'm saying, with the mean face. We also got Mr. Process. I was rocking that. I'm feeling that. Mr. Clean. So yeah, man, go ahead and cop yourself something at the BF fan shop, and you guys can use a lot of these guys. Like, we have a lot of new contributors, and they have their own codes for discounts. Hump Day Hotline. Y'all can use that one. You guys want to use the Bills guys? Jump on that. So the discounts are there. Hop in, and shout out to our designers, man. Our designers, meaning my man Bobby B. He's always coming up with something, man. And if you guys have ideas, you guys want to, throw at us, and You guys think it might be something that rocks? Yo, we're always listening and we're always watching. And if you guys want to follow me, I'm at RIco_BF on Twitter, and I will try to take some call-ins at the end of the day. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We've got some things to talk about. The one thing that's been on my mind is Sam Mazza. I see you, man. Sam Dubs, Mark Bloomquist, Rico. Who's using the bathroom in the background? His wifey upstairs, man. I'm relegated to certain spots in this house, and I can't use up certain places because the kids are there, and that's my stuff. So I got a little corner, you know what I'm saying, in a little spot in the house, and that's my spot, but it happens to have the pipe. So I apologize. This microphone picks up everything. It's a good microphone. But here we are. So here's the deal. I've been kind of perusing the net and looking up certain topics that I want to touch on. The ones that are standing out to me right now is Ed Oliver, right? So Ed Oliver had a lot of things to say, right? And rightfully so. He said it with his chest. Say it with your chest. He said it with his chest. And good for him that he didn't bump his gums beforehand. I'm going to apologize because right now you're going to hear a lot of this. And I'm hoping that they quit that because wifey knows. She knows that around this time is when we don't do that. But we are where we are, right? We got to run with what we got. So that being said, my guy Ed Oliver is feeling a little confident right now, and he should be, because his name was sullied, right? They made my man look like he on drugs, he an alcoholic, he's recklessly driving, and it turns out all charges were dropped. And normally when these charges are dropped is because there's not enough evidence to say that this is what you were doing, right? So could it be another case of black man driving and we're gonna pull you over and we're gonna, we're gonna harass you and put slap something on you? Or was he pulled over rightfully so? Well, the results are telling us that not really, because not enough charges were to be laid. So they dismissed the charges. So now he's feeling like he can speak on it, right? So allegedly, that can of beer that they claimed that was found in the vehicle, it would sound like he was drinking and driving. He's got a can of whatever in between his legs. As the average viewer, we're sitting there like, come on, man, you sitting there drinking and driving, man, we can't have that. RIco Report audio on MLB. Judge Mathis, I see you, my guy. MLB baseball audio muted. That's my G. That's my guy, Steve. So the fact of the matter is, these brothers are getting harassed left, right, and center, and it happens around where I live. I'm in Ontario. I grew up in Ontario, but I'm living on the Quebec side, the Gatineau side, and man, they like to, if a brother's flossing a nice whip, you know what I'm saying, they like to kind of like just double check to make sure that is that yours. And it's a sad reality. And I'm not saying only black men go through that, but we tend to go through that more often than others, right? So the fact of the matter is, charges are dropped. What that tells me is we ready to roll. So week 1 against the Jets, it's going to be Ed Oliver released. Release the Kraken. That's what's going to be happening right now, because the Kraken is going to be released and he is good to go. Now, does he face any discipline from the league? Does he face any discipline from the team? That is to be determined. I mean, everything indicates like if there's nothing, everything's dropped, then you should be good to go. But this league is different, and the good thing is, when they did the new CBA, I believe, I hope I'm saying this correctly, when they redid the new CBA, or they renegotiated on what Goodell can do, he's no longer the judge, the executioner, and whatever the other thing they say. He's no longer making all decisions. Now it actually goes through a panel. They got to go through it. He can't be the one that says, okay, that's what happened, this is what your punishment is. Nah, bro, that ain't the move anymore. So that's how we got to do it. So we will we'll have a full roster, a healthy full roster ready to go, and I like it. Joshua Barrett, it's your boy Rico, back at it again. Y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate you. I hope you guys don't mind. I see that I see it's a thing. I try not to. I think we did this once or twice and for those that are real G's know, it was me, the wifey, and Kevin, and we got blitzed as we were doing our live show. And I kept on saying, yo, this is going to be deleted. This is so trash. But apparently a lot of people loved it. So guess what your boy is doing? I'm cracking open a little something. So shout out to the Bills guys. I see you guys cracking open your beer. I'm not a beer guy. I like something that just tastes good. So I didn't feel like making a drink. So wifey was like, yo, just take this. So I got myself a little sangria. Smirnoff Sangria. It is what it is, a little refreshing, and we're going to do it in summertime. So let's roll. So now that's out the way. Ed Oliver, welcome back. Let's get that money. Let's get after the quarterback. Let's Sam Darnold is going to be he's going to be your bitch. You're going to make him your bitch when it comes down to week 1. And that's how we going to do it. Straight up and down. And there's no and ifs or buts. This guy should use all of his aggression with all the nonsense going on in the league right now. And Ed Oliver gives you the impression that he's a good man. And then he just happened to be caught up in some silliness or misidentification. I don't know what they did, but it was wrong how they got my man in this mess. So clear his name. Let's get going. Brian Bowers in the building. What's going on? Chris Spencer, I see you, my G. And we're here now. So my man Steve, give me the bink. Let's do that. So here's the deal. 80-man roster cut down. I hate it because you got a 90-man judge, jury, and executioner. Thank you, Tebow. Tebow, thank you so much, man. I said the judge, jury, and I think I said the judge and the executioner. I just missed the jury part. Yeah. Well, Goodell, you can't do that no more, bro. That's out the way. So 80-man roster cut down. Well, it was increased to a 90-man roster cut down. Now we got to do the 80-man roster cut down. I don't like it. So you got 80 men in the building, and an additional 10 is going to be problematic, right? You have guys that busted their asses, busted their tails to even get the opportunity to have their names called. Or even, and when I say names called, I'm not talking about drafted. I'm talking about they're picking up the phone and an agent is talking to another representative of the team saying, yeah, I mean, they have the opportunity to change the lives of their families. But because of this COVID situation, they got to change the game up by saying, yo, it's going to be an 80-man roster. Like, what's another 10? But in all seriousness, what's another 10? If the testing that they're going to be doing is so strict and regimented to keeping these guys safe, what's another 10? You have guys that are going to be not given an opportunity. So, like, what do you do? What do you do if you're one of these bubble guys that you know damn well you're a bubble guy, right? By the way, Davion Price, best show on YouTube, Bills Mafia. Let's go. That's how we roll. And I appreciate you, and I agree with you. We got the best show going on. Every day you got something, man. Hump Day Hump Down with my guy, Jay Spence and Joe Miller. They're doing their thing. I appreciate you guys showing them love because it's different. Y'all are used to seeing my face all the time. You guys are used to my lingo. You guys are used to just how I function, and I appreciate that. And you guys have been very receptive to the new additions to the team. And there's going to be more. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's going to be more. So I really appreciate that. I really do. So Jay Spence, Joe Miller, Steve, and Dave. And there's going to be some more additions, man. The Hoof Podcast, we're going to bring those guys out soon. Yo. And I'm telling you right now, the barbershop is coming. The barbershop is coming. And that's like the no holds barred. We say what we want when we want. And you know who's going to be there? Pierre the Kingpin. Jenna came through with the bevy, or she did. She came through with the bevy. So I appreciate each and every you guys showing love to each and every one of our guys. And we're putting a lot of work to give you guys the content. I just wanted to get that out there. So who is going to be affected with this 80-man cutdown, right? And there are guys that we are rooting for. There's guys that you have no idea who they are, but if you do your homework and you see what they've done in their careers at their collegiate teams, with their collegiate teams, they are nothing to be messed with. They just never had the opportunity, right? And speaking of opportunity, my guy Joshua Barrett took the opportunity to say, bing, bing, favorite show of the week, bing, biggity, bing. I appreciate that. JB. I'm going to call you JB. Joshua Barrett. CM. Rico, I love you, man. I love you too, boss. Love you too, brother. So, my man's already on the Cut Lee Smith. What up, Chris? He said, Cut Lee Smith. Jess, you already Cut Lee Smith already? Okay. So here's the deal. Who is affected mostly in this 80-man roster cutdown? I'm rooting very hard for my guy, Reggie Gilliam. Gilly! Right? We've had a few Gillies on this team. Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? Who we had? We had our running back, Gillisley. And now we got Gilly. We got another Gilly that we can try to get on this team. Former walk-on. He knows the hard work. He didn't just get, brought onto a team. He didn't get that scholarship. He had to work his tail off from high school all the way to collegiate. If y'all didn't peep the interview that me and my guy Gilly did, y'all need to go peep that. So guys like him that are a special teams ace type of player that can be a slash versatile player, the type of player that McDermott wants, those guys are going to get affected by this, right? So he might be in that 80-man cut down. Not only that, furthermore, there's no preseason. And that was going to be my second point, but they tie in together. So with 80-man cut down, and on top of that, no preseason, this affects a whole lot of things going forward. And there's a lot of things to touch on. So this 80-man roster, you're going to get guys like, I'm going to put a few names out for you guys to do your homework on, all right? So first things first, Gilliam. I think he'll make it past the 80, but he's subject to potentially being part of that, not your fault, but you're going to get cut. It's unfortunate, but it happens, all right? Who else do I see? Mike Love. Love Mike Love. Big fan of Mike Love. Mike Love was coming into his own in what, 2 preseasons ago? Right? A preseason ago, give or take. Second preseason, he was doing pretty well as well. And unfortunately, injuries happen, and that happens. Now, he's probably subject to this 80-man cut down. Unfortunate, but it's probably going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's unfortunate because we have guys that are on here that, man, they could do some serious damage, but it's not going to help them. Jess goes, I really like McKenzie, though. My little buddy. I'm serious. I like him. Why you got to call him my little buddy? He's not that little. What is he, like 5'8"? That's like the average height for a man, I think. And if according to Pierre, I'm of the below average height because this man is 6'4". He looks at everybody like a little man. But Isaiah McKenzie, he's a good size. He's like 5'8". He's at average height. Leave that man alone. Don't call him little man. So you have these tough decisions that are going to have to be made. Mike Love, Ray. Not that I really care. I think he's going to be gone regardless because that room is just too full. Delshon Phillips, linebacker. I want to see more of him. So is he going to be subject to that cut, right? We have some undrafted guys like safety Josh Thomas and Garrett Taylor. Garrett Taylor, I really wanted to see more of. He might be subject to getting cut, which sucks, man. Which really does suck. RIco little man for sure. Nah, man. I'm like 5'9", 5'10". On a good day, I'm like 5'10". You feel me? As long as I'm taller than my lady, as long as I am taller than my lady and the average folk that are out there, I'm straight. As long as I'm looking you eye to eye, I'm straight. One thing I will not do, when you my height, you in the 5'9", 5'10" range, is if a guy's like 6'4", 6'3", like I refuse. When I'm talking to Pierre, I refuse to be really close to him to talk to you because then you got to do this. You got to look up at him. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. We are going to stand about 6 feet apart so that way I can kind of look at you level. You ain't about to do me like that. No, sir, Bob. Tall dudes, I try to stay away from that. I don't want to talk. I don't want to sit next to you. That's craziness, man. It's been done to me before. Somebody took a picture of me when I was next to a guy that was super tall. I think he was like 6'6" or 6'7". Not a good look. Terrible. Didn't like it. Get rid of that picture. Burn it. Delete it. Because it will be used later. Can't remember who it was, but it was something like that. Brian Bowers, I'm 6'3" over here. Kingpin got me by an inch. Pause. Nice. You caught that. So it's going to be tough. 999 Silver says, yeah, you got to wonder if Wade will be let go. Everyone likes him. That's the thing. This 80-man cut down is problematic. And I'm glad you brought up Wade because I'm going to bring up a player that I hope does not affect this individual by the name of Antonio Williams. Y'all need to look up Antonio Williams. Y'all need to look him up. Transferred to North Carolina. Split some time with the other running back. I'm not sure who the other running back was. 4.5 speed, 5'11", 215. That is the size, premium size of a running back. I used to think the premium size of a running back was 5'8", 203. The reason I remember that height, no problem, because when I played Madden back in the day, and I played, it was like 96. And I'll admit it. I used to, when trades were a little easier to do, I used to trade all the time. And it pained me to do it. But I'd always trade Thurman Thomas for Barry Sanders. All the time. Every time. I'd start a franchise trade, and it was always approved. Always approved. It was never declined. It was always approved. So I always had my guy, Barry Sanders. And Barry Sanders was 5'8", 203. The reason I know that is there was one of the Maddens. I don't remember what year this Madden was. But this Madden was one that you can actually create your own player and make this player go through the combine. And you can make them run the 40. I don't know if you guys remember this. I'm going to take you guys back. But for you to run the 40, you had to press AB. I think it was AB. Was it ABC on the Sega Genesis? Can't remember. But you have to press AB really quickly to get a good 40 time. Because if you can't get, your player is going to be too slow and it's not going to be fun to use. So I would sit there and I had quick fingers, man. Those Twitter fingers. I had a good 40. It was like a 4.7, 4.6. And it was fast enough that you can manage with your created player. If you guys remember that. That's going way back. That's going way back when. Joshua Bader. Was it AB? I think it was AB. So my cousin used to want, man, I can't get my guy fast enough. I'm a receiver. Man, you a receiver, you want to be, bring me your paddle. Here I go. You know what I'm saying? So I bring this up because a 5'11", 215 for Antonio Williams, do not sleep on that player. If he can carve himself a role on special teams, that might be a player to really pay attention to. But you know what really hurts? Preseason. Preseason is going to be killer. No preseason hurts. So now it's going to be inter-team scrimmages that we may not even be privy to see. I hope we are. But we may not even be privy to see. And that sucks because you really want to be able to see who's doing what against what. I want to see the competition. I want to see these guys in preseason. For the fan, preseason is big because we want to see these guys play, man. I want to see Jake Fromm. I want to see Jake Fromm. Which brings me now into my next point. By the way, we're 21 minutes in. We got 89 people watching. I know we are much better than this. Let's get a little bit more people watching. If you have the ability to share this, go ahead and share this on all your platforms, Facebook, Twitter, retweet this. Do what you must to get this thing out there. I mean, we better than that, folks. We better than that. So, that being said, when you look at lack of preseason, who and what will it affect? And I had to really think about it, right? So I had to write down a few names that stand out to me. Hold on a second. What's Pierre saying? RIco says I have to sit down to talk to him. You a fool. You are a fool. Ain't no way I'm letting you sit down and talk to me. Come here, little buddy. Let me sit down and have a seat. Let me talk to you. Boy, you better stop. You stupid ass. You better stop. So, when I look at players that could definitely benefit from preseason, I have to name a few guys. I want to see what that big mauler of a man in Trey Adams could do in preseason. I want to see what he could do at left tackle. Because Deion Dawkins is going to take a breather. If we had the two preseason, he probably would have played one game, if that, and it would have been Trey Adams all day. And I would have loved to see what Trey Adams can do. But damn, man, we're not there. We're not there. We can't see that. So we have to go by what the Vic Caruccis that are there. We got to go by the, you know what I mean? So the Marcel Louis-Jacques. We got to read those articles to see how these guys are doing. I like to see these things for myself. But it happens. It's unfortunate. Trey Adams, big time. 6'8" out of Washington. You know what I mean? Started all 12 games his final year. I know he had an ACL injury. So that 2019 year was a year to kind of bring himself back. But he couldn't bring himself back to natural form. This guy was going to be a first-round pick. First-round talent. I'll say that. But you know what? We got lucky with that. Now, he's a left tackle. What are we doing with Trey Adams at left tackle? What are we doing with our Deion Dawkins? And I love me some Deion Dawkins, man. But there's going to come a time we got to make a decision. There's going to come a time when we got to make a decision. 62 Washington, smash I like. My guy Ryan Till, you know what it is. I like it. So there are going to be guys that you want to see. I want to see Trey Adams. I want to see Antonio Williams. I definitely want to see him, right? Who's going to be affected? One veteran guy that's going to be affected by this. Lack of preseason. 80-man cutdown, whether he's part of that as well. That's Jason Kroom. Y'all may think, oh, man, what do you got to bring Jason Kroom for? I got to bring that up because it's a deep-ish tight end room. And when I say deep, I mean just the quantity of people that are in there. Not quality, but the quantity. So a nice preseason would have helped him at least prove that he belongs amongst the ranks in our tight end room. This hurts. In my opinion, I believe this hurts. I'd like to see what slot receiver Nick Easley can do. You guys may not know who he is. Nick Easley is like a little tiny Edelman. And I don't want to say tiny. You know what I'm saying? He's like an Edelman type receiver, like a Cole Beasley type receiver. Cole Beasley being 31 now, I think. 30 going to a 31, I believe. Do we let the contract run on and then Nick Easley takes over? Who knows? Nick Easley, I would love to see what's going on with Nick Easley. Right? We already talked about Reggie Gilliam. Markel Harrell, guard. I wanted to see that. Left guard by trade. So him behind Spain would have been nice. Or he might go transition to the right guard behind Feliciano. Who knows? But I would have loved to see these guys. Live action. It sucks, man. It really does. It's unfortunate. Defensive side of the ball, Daryl Johnson. Daryl Johnson came on strong as a rookie, man. Remember his preseason? We were like, yo, who is Daryl Johnson? Long wingspan arms. Great get off the line. To me, he was outplaying Trent Murphy in preseason. He just stood out. Now it's affected. And look at all look at the depth that we brought on to this team. Epinesa, Addison. We already got Jerry Hughes. You feel me? We bring in Jefferson that can play. He can play on the outside. Can play on the inside. Yo, man, this team is cooking differently. So guys like Derek Johnson could be in jeopardy. No preseason. Preseason is big. That's a big loss. People are not talking about it, but it's a big loss for guys like him. I already talked about Mike Love. Right? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And y'all need to. Gabe Davis is going to be a problem. I want to see what Gabe Davis can do. See, we got some Jason Kroom supporters. Ryan T, I see you, man. I see you, man. Crook coming off an injury, will he be good? You talking about Kroom? I think you're talking about Kroom. I think he's motivated enough that he's going to make noise, but lack of preseason is going to kill Jess. It's just not. It's not doing him any good. Isaiah Hodgins can go. Not a fan. Don't let Steve hear you say that. Steve thinks that Isaiah Hodgins is going to be the guy to pay attention to this year. That's going to be a sneaky player that's going to be productive. I think otherwise. And this in itself proves my point more so that a guy that is familiar with the offense, familiar with the coaching, familiar with everything about this team has an advantage over guys that we've drafted. Case in point, Duke Williams over a guy like Hodgins, per se. That's facts. Lack of preseason, this is where people shine. This is where people shine, man. This is where you see guys like Nate Peterman. I had to say it. Y'all know that's the running joke. Nate Peterman was a star in preseason. No preseason, he doesn't get that opportunity. Preseason's huge. We lose that, that's massive. That's massive, people. And I hope that it doesn't go like y'all don't just let it don't dismiss that. It's massive. Josh Robert's throwing shots. No one listens to Steve. Oh, they listen to Steve. Steve won't let you not listen to him. He will be heard. Hodgins looks better than Davis from film. This is coming from Bill Central. I feel like Davis can be a true deep threat like Brown, but more physical. And Hodgins can be a receiver that we never had that we have needed. And it's possible. It is very possible. We're about to find out. Because this coming offseason is going to be a very compact, regimented, get your reps in, every rep counts. Like you always hear that every rep counts. Elliot Iser, that's pronounced preseason Peterman. I like it. Preseason MV Peterman. Yo, you're a fool. But every rep counts. Joshua Richardson, do you see us keeping Murphy for the time being? For the time being. And I say for the time being because injuries happen. And you don't want to get rid of him now. Let's just say we get rid of him early and then two crucial injuries happen. And I'm this fluke, but two crucial injuries happen and then you got rid of Trent Murphy. You keep him until the end, which really it's really going to be disappointing is that they may keep him right till the end and he won't have an opportunity to catch on to a team. Most times these veterans, like, if you're going to let me go early so I can try to catch on to a team somewhere. But this is a business. We might hold on to him until we feel like, okay, we're good. Now we can let him go. Or unless somebody is foolish enough to make a trade. But you never know. Some people get into desperate times. But I'm going to say it again. Every rep counts. And it's going to be so even more with no preseason. With none of that. With none of that. Joshua Baird, I really enjoy getting him going. Yeah, get him going, man. He enjoys every bit of it. Shout out to my guy, Joe Miller. My man is doing his thing on that podcast. I keep telling y'all, man, BF is coming for the next of all. And the talent is serious business. You want that Joe experience, that overreaction. I love the name of your show, by the way. And you and I have spoken about this. You and I share a mutual common ground, a mutual understanding of speaking passionately. And sometimes I may overreact. And sometimes I'm bang on. And the fact that you have a show called The Overreaction, oh man, that's the typical Bills fan. Thank you for that, sir. Chris Janke says, I think Robert Foster could make it as a special teamer, but bringing in Taiwan Jones and Tyler Medikavich, thank you, hurts his chances. Plus, we still have Saran Neal. Yo, I was under the impression that he was gone. I don't see the need to have Foster on this roster right now. I just don't. Some people still believe in him. With the addition of Gabe Davis, with the addition of Hodgins, with Duke Williams coming on last year that took Robert Foster's spot for the playoff game, how can you see him making the roster? Special teams, my ass. I'm not hearing that. No, I'm not hearing that. Because if he was such a special team ace that we really needed, he would have been in that playoff game. But nope, they benched him because we needed offensive firepower. So don't tell me he's got a chance to make. Nah, man. We got Saran Neal. Saran Neal was the business. And I made this claim earlier this offseason. If Christian Wade were to ever make this team, it would be solely on special teams, and that is to replace the likes of Robert Foster. But when you bring in a Medikavich, a Klein, you know what I'm saying? And Medikavich was brought in specifically for special teams. If Gilliam makes this team, yo, we got some special teams guys that are capable. So Robert Foster, that's just the camp body. That's camp body to me. But I could be completely wrong. That might sound like a hot take. I'm just keeping it a buck. Brian Barr says, Joe Miller, a.k.a. The Voice. You're damn right. I coined him that. I gave him that. He didn't even realize the potential he had. Sometimes it takes somebody else to give you the potential that you got, man. Yo, your voice, primo. That's primo, man. You better start using that thing. I'm starting my own NFL channel with focus on Bills. Let's do it. 999 Silver says, I like Wade for special team play. As a rugby, I played a little bit of rugby back in the day. And I'm telling you right now, a guy like Christian Wade would be ideal. Get down the field. He'll tackle anybody. Because there's no discrimination when you're playing rugby. You tackle the guy with the ball. He could be 355 pounds. He's got the rock. You're 5'9", 190. You still got to bring that big fella down. It takes a kind of heart to play rugby. And my man was a star when he was doing it. So could he adapt special teams and really do well? Absolutely. But this is the beauty of special teams, because you got more than one guy that can get down the field and make plays. This is the beauty of having a preseason, which we don't have this year. That's going to be very tough for him to make the squad. And I like what Lee Mitchell just put down. Where's Lee Mitchell? Because this is something I want to write down on my paper. I got my notes here, right? So the one player, there's two players that stand out to me. But the one player that stands out to me that this is going to affect a lot is Vosean Joseph. Lee Mitchell, I appreciate you bringing that up. Shout out to you. Vosean Joseph, for some reason, I'm a fan of Vosean Joseph. I like his game. A lot of folks think he's just a special teams guy, a depth guy, and that's that. I think he's a little more than that. And I saw some potential in him. I like that he's fearless. He'll come in and he'll whack you real good. But this hurts. When you bring in the Kleins, the AJ Kleins, when you bring in the Matakevich type of linebacker, you got Delshon Phillips, you got Tyrell Dotson that's still got to come in and do his thing. Competition is going to be fierce, man. Competition is going to be fierce. Lorenzo Alexander, it leaves a big void open. That's where you think that he's going to take over. And I'm hoping that he gets his opportunity. But man, oh man, it's going to hurt him a lot. Is no preseason official? To what I understand, they're doing nothing. There's going to be no preseason. No preseason. Unless something changes, no preseason. Jose Rosario. What's going on, man? We good, baby. We good over here. I think Shaq Lawson was good move letting go. Absolutely. It was necessary. We needed to. There's no question about it. There was no question about that. Stevie Franchise. Love the show, bro. Man. It's much appreciated. It's much appreciated. We try to bring it, man. My personality is much different from everybody on the squad. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. I mean, we got different flavors for every type of fan that we got. My guy Pierre Kingpin. Pierre's always thinking. This is the one guy. He's like my mom, man. Any Caribbean folks, I'm Haitian, okay? And my mom, whenever she's been thinking too long, it's never really good. I didn't even read his comment yet. But she was like, yo, I've been thinking. What are you thinking of, man? Here we go, Pierre. I thought of this. I can just hear Pierre saying this. I thought of this. Will the lack of fans help or hurt Josh Allen? Allen seems to feed off that energy. No fans, maybe a bigger story. Here's the deal. Some people need a platform. Some people need that energy. Some people need that to fuel them to perform, right? I don't like that someone needs an audience to perform. Is it a pick-me-up? Sure. But do you need it to perform? You need that? I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. If my quarterback needs these fans, us fans, to pump him up, to get him going, we ain't got the right quarterback for this team. We don't. I need my guy to internally be ready to go. You think Russell Wilson gives a damn if there's fans in the stands? Hell no. He's ready to go ASAP. And shout out to my guy Dave Tilton for putting Russell Wilson in a tier 1 because that is where he belongs. I'm glad you convinced my guy Steve. Steve had him, but Steve was like reluctant. Man, stick Russell Wilson in a tier 1. He's a tier 1 quarterback. No questions asked. But you think Russell Wilson needs someone to pump him up from the stands? Nope. The great ones don't need that. They got that internal. I'm not saying Josh Allen needs it. I'm saying if he does need that stuff, we got a problem. Buffalo, we got a problem. But it does help because when we were in that Bengals game and we were just slouching and we were just not making plays and if the stadium was quiet, the minute that pass to my guy Dawson Knox happened, it woke up the stands. Woke the stands up, and then that fuel from the stands came in and got the team going. But a play needed to be made for that to happen. So Josh gives me the impression that he may not need any of that stuff. But then that clip against the Jets was like, let's go, let's do this. That tells me he's got it inside. But if he needs the fans to get him going, man, we ain't got the right guy. Thomas Gibson says Josh is going to show up for his squad. You damn right. I truly believe that. And they'll show up for him. The fans is just that's the icing on the cake. Jeff says, if anything, he's too amped and seems antsy at times. I mean, he did say it. I believe in the podcast with the butt fumble guy, Sanchez. The Sanchez. He said it. For me to get ready, I don't need dump-offs. Dump-offs don't do it for me. I'm either airing that bitch out or you coming to smack me in the mouth. All right, I'm awake now. You know what I mean? You know that salt? You bust open that salt to wake you up? Jaws don't need that. Smack in the mouth. He'd be like, all right, cool. All right, I see a little bit of blood. Let's go. Let's ready to roll. That's the impression Josh gives me. He gives me that. I need a little blood. Bust me in the mouth. Okay, let's go. But you better bust me good. Bust me in the mouth real good because if you don't, it's going to be problematic for you. I'm coming for that ass. Nick, y'all know the fans will be outside the stadium. Cheers the team. Yo, wouldn't that be something? For those that are in Ontario, you go to a Raptors game, Jurassic Park. I think that's what they call it, Jurassic Park. I'm not from the Toronto area, but I think that's what they call it. But like outside the stadium, there's TV screens everywhere. There's at least, I'm telling you right now, I'd say about 5,000 people can probably fit down there. And could you imagine outside the stadium? That would be something. But I don't think they let it happen. But that would be dope. If Pagula was like, yo, let's put some freaking 100-inch screen TVs around the stadium, outside the stadium. If they can't come in, they can watch from the outside. Can't see that happening. But that'd be an idea. Or put up big old projection screens, you know what I mean, at the parking lots. A few places here and there. Highly doubt that could work, but it'd be an idea. Oh, snap. My bad. Let me move back. Number one Bills YouTuber facts? Are we the number one Bills YouTuber? Are we? The numbers don't say it is. The numbers don't say it, but the content does. I'll put my name behind that. The content does. The numbers don't say it, though, but we're getting there. We're climbing. We are climbing. Has RIco ever been to a Bills game? Boy, you tripping. You think I've never been to a Bills game? Let me tell you something. I went, I think it was my first Bills game. My first Bills game was a hurtful one. It was in 2007. Back in 2007, Monday Night Football. I know I'm going to break a lot of hearts when I bring this up, but Monday Night Football was when I went to my first game. Y'all know which one that one. Mark Blunkers, did I miss you, man? My bad, homie. I apologize for that, man. I didn't even see it. Let me go back. Let me scroll back because I can't do that to you. There we go. I can't do that to you. Do you actually think Lorenzo coming back mid-season? Is he going to come back mid-season? Lorenzo coming back mid-season. He's staying ready. I know that's for sure. He definitely is staying ready. And the fact that someone is going to stay ready, I think all NFL guys stay ready. When they say they retire, but they stay ready, it's because they're not completely done. Because I remember hearing that from Freddie Jackson. Freddie Jackson, when he left Buffalo, went to go play in Seattle, he still remained ready after the fact because he still had that itch to still play. So I'm for sure in belief that Lorenzo Alexander is going to be ready, but do we call him mid-season? We have to go through some major injuries to really need that, or lack of discipline or lack of leadership on defense. But I don't think we have that problem. You got Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde in the backfield. You got Trey White, that's going into his third year. You know what I'm saying? You got Jerry Hughes, veteran guy. You got Star Lotulelei, veteran guy. Mario Addison, veteran guy. Jefferson. I mean, we got some veteran guys on this team, man. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. And in terms of veteran leadership, in terms of play, we brought in some replacement players that are just going to have to come into their own. We'd have to be extremely desperate for us to bring Lorenzo Alexander back. That's not a shot at Lorenzo Alexander. That's more stating the fact that I think we're good. I think we'll be just fine without Lorenzo Alexander. I don't think we're going to need to call anybody up. That's just my opinion. What y'all think about that? Now, I need to ask y'all a question. Are you guys as concerned about lack of preseason games? Are you guys just as concerned about the 80-man cut down that certain players are not going to get what they need, right? Which is time, right? That's my worry. You guys know why I'm ringing that bell. Ring my bell, ring the bell, my bell. My guy, Jeff King in the building. Jeff King with a big donation. I appreciate you. I know Jeff doesn't like when I say, yo, shout out to you. He says he does it for the love. He does it for the fact that we continue to bring it. So I'm not going to make a big thing out of it, but you know how we appreciate it. Jeff King says, I have no doubt, he says, twice, Bills fans will show up and show out outside the stadium. You think so? Bing, biggity, bing. You think so? I gotta let that sit. Let me let that sit. Because let's really talk about that. No fans in the stands. That's cool. We've seen Bills fans. Let me turn that hat around. We've seen Bills fans show up to airports with wings, with a cup of Tim Hortons coffee. I'm making that up. Maybe they did. I don't know. Right? We've seen it. In minus 30. Holding their signs up. Go, Bills, go. Bills Mafia. Buffalo Fanatics. Yay, yay, yay. We can turn that to a track. Remix. But we've seen it multiple times. When the Bills win, we're there. When the Bills lose, we're there. Authorities say no fans in the stands. You know there's going to be at least, and I'm being very, the number is going to be too low, but I'm going to say there's going to be at least 150 people that are going to show up outside the stadium tailgating. Although they can't go into the stands, they will be outside the stadium tailgating. And they'll make the... I think it's going to happen. And the Bills better brace themselves for that because it's very possible. I wonder if they'll let it happen. If you can socially distance and still enjoy your game within your bubble of people, why not? I know in where I live, I live on the Quebec side. I live on the Quebec side, but I'm just across the border from Ottawa. But I just live there. But I was born and raised in Ottawa. But they've just increased the amount of people to get together on the Quebec side, 250 people for events. 250 people. So by the time the season starts, and I don't know how it is in New York, in Buffalo, New York. You know, I didn't say upstate. I know some people get upset when you call Buffalo upstate New York. But I don't know what y'all Governor Cuomo has made, or whoever's making the decisions over there. But I will tell you this: if they allow more than 250 people, and that's the norm, you know that they're gonna triple and quadruple that amount at this stadium, for sure. Anyway, I'm telling you right now, Jeff King, you're a real one. I appreciate you. You know I do. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it because you don't like that, but you're a real one. Appreciate you, G. Oh, Top Fragger says it's Poland cars. So Poland cars, however you pronounce it, Poland cars says no fans because safety. First of all, when do people obey rules at all times, especially when it comes to their team? Come on now. They also say, hey guys, no streaking on the field. You're not allowed. There's always a doofus that runs around on the field. You know what I mean? Running around, catch me if you can. You got to be that one cop. There's several types of security / cops that when these streakers come, I like how I can go left field. I can go from one point to another. That's why you guys rock with me. Streakers. How do you deal with a streaker? If you're an officer, there's several types of officers. I'm going to give you 3 types of officers. And you guys let me know if there's the other type of officer. There's the hero officer that's determined to bring this streaker down. Rolls up his sleeves, gets in a 3-point stance. He's ready to go. There's that officer. We'll call him Billy. Officer Billy? Officer Billy's ready to go. He's ready to go after that streaker. Don't care. Long hair, don't care. You're coming down with me. Then there's the reluctant. The reluctant officer that's like, yo, I'm not trying to tackle this guy, man. Golly, come on now. We're going to call him Nick. Nick don't want to tackle streaker. There's that officer, right? And then the third officer, I think that would be me, is the officer that's kind of laughing in the background. Yo, look at this guy go. I ain't touching that. No way, no how. But y'all can do that, right? Billy's running like crazy wherever he goes. Nick is like, oh, I guess I'll follow. Oh, he got away from Billy. Oh, it's my turn. And then there's me, Officer RIco. Yo, I ain't touching that. There's got to be. Is there another officer that's like that? Give me another name. Joshua Bear says, JB has been my nickname since I was a little kid. JB! That's your name, man. Trick says, how much is the cap for 2021 cap hit going to affect us? We, so far, and I got to get the numbers in front of me, but so far we're doing okay in terms of cap. We have room. We have comfortable room to make moves if we need to. If we need to make some cuts, we're comfortable. But we also have to think future. We also got to think of the future as well, right? And I think Bean is where he's got that down pat. He's got that down pat. Bobby says, gotta wash your hands on that scoop tackle versus streaker. You definitely do, man. You almost gotta come over top. But you never want to come over top because you got slippery guys, you know what I mean? Quarterbacks, like the only time that you want to come over top when you're going after a quarterback is you're coming over top to slap the ball out of the hands. This streaker doesn't have any ball. I mean, he does. He or she, right? He or she. It's usually males that do it. But you got to find a way. What's the best way? Are you going to shoulder tackle? But you got to wrap up. Because you don't wrap up, it's over with. Yo, this is a serious conversation, people. This is serious. How do you take down a streaker? Do you slide tackle? Are you one of those guys? If you're a soccer player, you got to slide tackle his ass. That's how you get him. You don't got to touch him. Get close enough, slide tackle. I bet you Officer Billy's going to do everything he's got. Everything he can. Sleeves rolled up, roll the pants up, puts his cleats on, he's ready to go. Officer Billy at your... You feel me? All right, let me be serious. Daniel Gary says Buffalo Rumblings has a... Okay, what's going on with the Buffalo Rumblings? Planning on having Stephon Diggs and Oliver Norwood. Okay. That's a website. I don't know what you're saying, but we're going to have to check that out. Now, the Buffalo Rumblings is a great community. I check out Buffalo Rumblings here and there. Not often. Because when you're part of a brand that does everything that Buffalo Rumbling does, you know what I'm saying? You got to focus on your own. That's just how we roll. But you got to check out their stuff. And if their stuff is great, fantastic. I know they got some good talent over there. Now, one last point I want to make in this whole thing. After Jets, you good, man. You here. The one thing that I seriously do worry about with this whole being not having a preseason, cutting these certain guys short, camp being weird, got to get tested. If some guy gets tested, what do? There's a whole lot of question marks right now. But the one thing that I worry about is the connection between Allen and Diggs. Because Diggs was our big free agent acquisition / trade / big piece added to the team. And the fact of the matter is this. If that connection doesn't work, problematic. And it's not like it's like, oh, like we're in doo-doo. It's not the case because we still got Cole Beasley. We still got John Brown. We still got Devin Singletary, which I think is going to have a fantastic year. But we brought on our guy in Diggs for a reason. We brought him on for a reason to take this team and this offense to the next level. Because let's keep it real. Offensively, we haven't been good. We've been ranking the mid-20s. If anything, we've been in between 20 and 25. Still not good enough. We're not half the best. We're not even like in the bottom half of the league, in terms of offensive production. So the fact of the matter is this. Ryan, peace out, my man. Good to see you again. But the fact of the matter is this. We need that connection to work in order for us to justify us bringing in a Diggs and making all this hype, because everybody's hype about Stephon Diggs and this Allen. A lot of outsiders, no, they don't. Diggs is a drama queen, and he's this, that, and the third. And what? Diggs, you left Minnesota to go to Josh Allen. There's a lot of things that we have to prove to other people. But like, if it doesn't work, man, there's gonna be a lot of people saying, "Man, dang, man, who's to blame for all of this?" There's gonna be a lot of fingers to be pointed. So that's why this offseason being short, that's why this offseason having no preseason games is gonna be so difficult to see what that dynamic is gonna bring. Scott Blakely, any Bills players going to opt out? I have no idea. I can't see NFL players opting out. I don't think they're built like that. Any other like, I mean, NBA guys were already opting out. Yo, I'm not playing with this. I'm not doing this. And I'm assuming you're talking about opting out of playing because of the COVID, right? And if that's what you're saying, then I see a lot of people not opting out and they're taking the chances because they love this game too damn much, right? I can totally see that. But like my guy Elliot Eisler says, Diggs was the missing piece, but we have to take full advantage of that missing piece. We've had it missing for a long time now. Now we have the piece. We got to put it together. But the lack of time together, and it makes me worry. Thomas Gibson, I'm starting a crowdsource to rent a billboard in Tampa. Biggest donor gets to choose the advertisement. Flutie Flakes, Tom's Dildos. Yo, you crazy, boy. You crazy. But altogether, in all realness, it's going to be a tough one, man. It's going to be a tough one. And I really hope that these guys, their veteran ability, and I'm talking about Diggs' veteran ability will allow him to not miss a beat, and he'll be prepared to go up and really get things going with a Josh Allen. And I hope Josh Allen is taking every rep seriously, mental and physical, seriously, to make this thing happen. Because we are going to be paying full attention to that. Caitlin, the best Buffalo Fanatic, RIco back at it again, my girl. Bing, biggity, bing. Caitlin Blount, welcome to the Bing Squad. You won't be sorry, my girl. Let me give you another belt. Let me give you another belt. Just because my girl, Caitlin Blount, is in the building. Just tuning in, we got a season, baby. Hey, man, we hope we got a season. But dang, we waiting for it. RIco, I listen every Friday and you make my weekly meal preps go by so fast. You make cooking fun again. Appreciate you, little buddy. You call me little buddy. What are you, 6'4"? Oh, you did talk about that. You're like 6'3". Call me little buddy. Watch yourself, boy. I don't got these hands, boy. Call me little buddy. I appreciate you, Mark. I'm playing with you, bro. Listen, from a man that loves to cook, what exactly are you cooking while you're watching this and while you're listening? You better be cooking a good meal. Don't be cooking some macaroni and hot dogs. We don't do that. If you're going to listen to my show, you better cook some good stuff. No macaroni hot dogs over here, okay? We don't do that. We don't do that here. Back in the Bing Squad, baby. Let's go. Welcome back, girl. Welcome back. I'm telling you right now, once the season starts, it's going to be on and popping. Chris Jenkins says, that's why I think Gabe Davis will be a weekly inactive. Why Gabe Davis? Why are people harped on Gabe Davis being a weekly inactive? Why wouldn't it be Hodgins being an inactive? Or even Hodgins makes the team? But the fact that they drafted Hodgins in the 4th, right? Keep in mind, we didn't have a first. So they drafted him in the 4th. It gives me the impression that they like him a lot and they'll do everything they can to make it work. But he's also got to prove it. And the fact that we don't got no preseason, the fact that we have those things that are up against them, it's going to be tough, but I think they'll give him every opportunity to make that. Remember, I think he's going to be the one replacing Foster. Foster is good and gone. That's just my opinion. Some people don't like that. That's just what it is. Get over it. Colbort says, did you talk on the Blue Jays playing in Buffalo? I don't watch baseball, man. I think baseball is incredibly boring. It's so boring. I just can't, man. And the fact that there are no fans in the stands, it makes it even worse. However, I'm always told that when you go to a live game, it's a different ball game. So I can't hate too much on that. Chicken and rice, my man, for every week, every Friday. You better spice that chicken real good. Don't you be that guy that just sprinkles salt and pepper and calls it a day. You better marinate that. Marinate it with some good stuff. But I trust you, Bloom. Hey, I trust you. If you listen to my show, that means I trust you. I trust you. I think he definitely makes the team, but he won't be active unless injury. That'll be interesting to watch. And that depends on how many that we keep active. I think we're going to keep 7 active receivers. I could be wrong. Or we keep 7, excuse me. We keep 7. But how many we keep active, that'll be very interesting. Truth Hurts says, if we let go of Foster, watch him end up on the Chiefs. Their formula is speed. Yep, but he's got to catch the ball. You can have all the speed you want, but if you don't catch the ball like TJ Graham, then have fun. Have fun. Speaking of TJ Graham, did y'all hear this? TV or live baseball is boring. Yo, I just can't do baseball, man. I just can't. But these guys get hella paid. I'll never understand it. But they get paid, man. Joe Miller, with no preseason games, where does that put the Barkely versus Fromm competition for the backup QB? Does McBean change it? Let me tell you something. Thank you for bringing that up because I'm going to show you something. Thank you, Joe. Because right now, this right here, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Because I wanted to cue that up from before. But this man right here, I was looking forward to seeing very much a lot of Jake Fromm. Right? Quarterback out of Georgia, considered a winner, not the strongest arm, but a competitor. No preseason. It gives full advantage to Barkely. Joe, thank you for bringing that up. I get so in my bag sometimes that I forget to bring the things up I wanted to start in this show. So Jake Fromm not being part of a fierce competition that we can physically see with no preseason, killer. I was excited when we drafted Jake Fromm. Yep, Jake Fromm from State Farm. I was excited. Does he go now to... I can't see him going to practice squad. We're going to keep him. I'm certain that we're going to keep him. He would have to do so much in practice and inter-scrimmage games to unseat Barkely as the backup. Barkley's in his last year. So will they see enough from Fromm to say, all right, we got this, man. We're going to put Fromm as our backup. And let's not sleep on Davis Webb because Davis Webb has been the mini coach. So who knows? Nobody's sleeping on Davis Webb. But let's keep it a buck. Davis Webb, I think it was a third-round draft pick from back in the day. And just never could pan out. Just could not pan out. But the fact of the matter is this preseason is going to be killer. And the two people, and thank you, because I said there's two people that are going to be affected by this very much so that I'm going to be paying attention to, is Mr. Jake Fromm and Mr. Vosean Joseph. Vosean Joseph, to me, stands to lose a lot because of who we brought in as free agents and the lack of time that he'll have to really bolster his abilities. He's going to have to show the coaches that he's mentally got it all. Mentally. He's where he's supposed to be. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And he's a model citizen. He's got to do everything to show that he belongs on that field. But no preseason kills us, man. It really does. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing. So, that being said, folks, how are you guys feeling? If you guys have questions and concerns, here's your time to drop it. I'm taking questions. I'm also taking calls. So if you want to call, jump in, make that phone call, and let's hear it. Pierre JA17 for MVP. Let me tell you something. I know it's a cute story that my guy is, and let me read Jess's comments first. Jess Go Bill says, what do you think about Cam Lewis? I'm probably biased with him being on UB alum, but I really think he's special. Here's the thing. I interviewed Cam Lewis last year. And Cam Lewis is a turnover machine type of player. He's either the man had a broken hand and was causing turnovers. He's a ball hawk. He's nice. Nobody's talking about Cam Lewis. Nobody's talking about it. It's disappointing. But Jess, thank you for bringing that up. But when you bring in the likes of EJ Gaines, which is a good player but just can't stay healthy, then you brought in Dane Jackson, it makes it very tough for a guy like my guy Cam Lewis to make a roster, right? Could he be put on the on practice squad? Absolutely. But I'm not sleeping on Cam Lewis at all. Thank you, Jess, for bringing that up. Appreciate it. My girl. Now, I was going to make a point. I'm just going back to read the questions here. And I actually like to peruse through the comments, by the way. because I can kind of look to see what people are asking, and pertinent questions as well. Caitlin Blount says, how about the news about the Pentagon having vehicles made not of this world? How is this not on mainstream news right now? Bro, this, though, 2020, man, the good Lord is coming back shortly. All these things that are happening right now, I think I saw a timeline. Somebody put a timeline. Back in January, it was the forest fires. Then February, it was the locusts. Then, the pandemic happened. Then, this is craziness, man. I'm not gonna speak on that. There's some people that are, let's just say they're conspiracy theorists. Excuse me. I don't do that. I try not to. I try to stay away from that. I really do. Scott Blakely, I can't believe the NFL did not protect first-year practice squad players. Bad play as it diminishes value of the draft since you can't evaluate. They will keep and let potential players, better players, go. It's sad, man. It really is. They could have done a better job to implement something that allows you to protect those type of players, because now they're just going to go through the wayside, and it's disappointing. It is disappointing. Scott Blake, that's a great point. It diminishes the value because you do all the hard work of drafting these players and you don't even protect it. It's a tough one, man. Like Cam Lewis, not that he was drafted or anything, but Cam Lewis, like, they go by the wayside, man. So I'm hoping that there's gonna come an opportunity that they rethink things. They start to kind of value things, but somebody's got to bring it up. And say, hey, man, we got to look at this, because this game is ever so evolving. So that's why they can go by the wayside. But there's got to be someone that thinks of the little guys or thinks of these situations, because it's tough, man. It is tough. But great point. Let me get my banner up real quick. So, excuse me. So for those that do want to call in, you got to be a Bing Squad member. So if you want to call in, the lines is busy. I'm going to take a few calls. I look forward to it, because y'all usually come up with some great stuff, man. You guys come up with some fantastic things, man. But I'll tell you right now, man, my guy Jones Mark said it right. This world is a crazy world. The things that are going on. I was talking to my mother-in-law today, man. I said, man, you don't realize until you get older and start looking at things that affect you and your family, and your work and all these things. There's a lot of people in this world that have entirely too much power or too much influence. It's craziness, man. It's craziness. Chris Jenkins says, RIco practice squad is up to 16 players now, and teams can protect 4 of those players from getting signed away. I like that. I didn't know that. Thank you for that. So 16 players is nice. So I guess those 10, I wonder if those 10 players that get cut, you wouldn't cut those 10 players if you don't even want them on your practice squad. So, shoot, man. The fact that they're giving us 16 up from what? Remember how it used to be like 8 guys? You could have only 8 or 6 to 8 players on your practice squad. Then they increased it like to 10-ish. I think it was like 10 to 12. Now you're up to 16. I'll take it, man. I'll take that all day. Bing, biggity, bing, Bane Mafia. I see you, man. Don't forget Kobe dying in February. Yo, don't break my heart, bro. Kobe, you people don't understand, man. That Kobe death, man, it did something to me, man. Yo, I'm a grown ass man and I shed tears. And not just for I didn't just shed tears for Kobe. I shed tears for Kobe's wife. I shed tears for Kobe's girls. And I think it hit me even more so because I grew up watching Kobe. And on top of that, he's got all girls. I have all girls. And I know what I mean to my girls right now. And then he's gone like that. Bro, that one hit. That one hit hard. And I think it hit a lot of people hard. I can't talk about me, man. I got a lot of my followers are also Lakers fans, Bills and Lakers fans. Shout out to y'all. My guy Jay Spence is a big Lakers guy. He's doing his thing with Lakers Central. Shout out to you, Jay Spence. But that Kobe, shoot, man. 2020? She. 2020 can go, man. 2020 can go. But the worst thing is, I'm afraid for 2021. With the way things are going right now, I'm afraid of 2021, man. Man, oh, man. We must protect Duke. Zach Sheldon, my guy. Trainwreck Sports. Shout out to you, my G. Duke must be protected. I don't care. I thing is, I don't want to speak on Duke too much because I'm sitting here banging the drum for Duke. People are gonna be like, yo, I'm sick of it. We get it. You like Duke. You're just biased because he played in the CFL. Nah, man. I see what I see on the field. He's torching Trey White in practice. Everyone sees it. He's tortured my boy Trey White in practice. And then he brought it in the game. So everybody's sleeping on Duke Williams. That's why I didn't bring him up anymore. I don't bring up Duke Williams because I'm confident in Duke that he's going to make the receiving squad. I promise you that, man. He knows what it is. He knows. We see eye to eye. I gave him a shout out the other day on my Twitter. My man hit me up and was like, yo, I see you, bro. I appreciate you. Yo, man, these players know. Like I told you, man, Buffalo Fanatics, we have relationships with these players. We do. Y'all think we bugging, man. We don't. We're not bugging. We have these relationships. So I'm confident, and I'm not being a homer and at all because I'm no homer, but I'm confident that we will see Duke Williams on this squad. He's going to earn a spot. That's for damn sure. No preseason could hurt Duke. Actually, no preseason is going to help Duke because he doesn't have to come in and learn a new system. This is what I've been saying to you guys all along. This doesn't hurt him. It actually helps him because he's already familiar with the quarterback. He's familiar with the plays. He's familiar with the players. He's familiar with everything. And he's going to be second year, nose in the books, and physically getting himself right. Come on now. Stop playing with me. Who you guys talking about? The Bills guys? Those are my guys right there. Those are my guys. Yo, do we got a lot of Laker fan in here? If we do, shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys, man, because that rattled the hell out of me, man. That rattled the hell. And I don't want to get personal because I try to keep my stuff just non-personal. But, like, there's more personal feelings towards why I'm so connected to that. And that shit still hurts to this day, man. That shit hurts crazy. Am I the only Bills fan that doesn't like Dude? You talking about Duke? You might be Tebow. You might be Tebow. Oh, shit. Here comes Pierre calling me out. RIco sure was a homer with Nate Peterman. Nate Peterman! Was I a homer? I don't know if I was a homer when it came to Nate Peterman. I think that some of y'all are mad that I called it out that he was going to be the starter. I think that y'all are mad about that because I called it. I said, hey, man, y'all can talk shit all you want about my guy Nate Peterman, but he will start the season. Yo, you tripping, boy. You tripping. You're just... What happened? Now, what he did with his start, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different ball game. But he earned that. Preseason Peterman came through. He came through, man. Okay, good question. RIco, how did you become a Bills fan? Oh, let me tell you how I became a Bills fan. Let me just put it this way. I was this close, like a flip of a coin, of being a Dallas Cowboys fan. Could you imagine me being a Dallas Cowboys fan? You wouldn't like me. Yo, you would not like me if I was a Dallas Cowboys fan. Y'all would tune in, but you wouldn't like me. Because I'd be collaborating with all these cats that are out there because Dallas Cowboys have a huge community of YouTubers and content creators and stuff like that. But y'all would not like me. So here's how I became a Bills fan. So Super Bowl against the Cowboys. I think it was 95, 94? No, 93, 94. I can't, the game that we got blown the hell out. Okay. So it was between my brother and I. And my brother's like, yo, okay, so we got to pick who's your team? Who are you going to pick? I was like, I don't know. So I'm looking at the logo and looking at the uniforms, and the game didn't start yet. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like the uniforms, and I like the logo. I like the Buffalo. That looks sick. I didn't like the star. The star didn't do it for me. I like the Buffalo, and we got waxed hard. And then the next year, I got I think a couple years later, I got a pullover. You know those starter jackets that everyone had the freaking Charlotte Hornets one? I found a Buffalo Bills one. I wore that every chance I get. I wore that thing. Really did. 93, thank you. 93. It was a 93, 94. And we got waxed. Anyway, so it was a flip of a coin, man. I could have just said, oh, I like the blue one on the star. I love stars. Easy. Dallas Cowboys fan. and I would be obnoxious. You guys would not have liked me. But I think I chose the right team. I know I chose the right team because right now we're on a come up, and we're going to be on a come up for a long time. I'll take that. But yeah, man, everybody, if you know, you had that starter jacket, that half zip up starter jacket. Yo, Jeff Yinging says, Rico, to be honest, if you were a Cowboys fan, you'd be my you would be my certain definition of cancer. I'm keeping it real. Yo, you guys would not like me. I'm being dead ass. You would not like me if I was a Dallas Cowboys fan. Like a whole lot of people I don't like. I'd be one of them. Anthony Romeo says, a Cowboys fan, blasphemy. I know. Came so close. Came so close, Anthony. We ain't doing it though. We picked the right side. Who's your top 5 coaches in the NFL right now? I like Sean McDermott. I love Sean McDermott. That dude he's a G to me. I like Mike Tomlin. I really like Mike Tomlin. Who else is a coach that I really respect? Like when I see them, I'm like, yo, I like that dude. I like these. I gotta respect Bill Belichick. I like Bill Belichick, man. I respect him. I respect him a lot. Bill Belichick. Who else I like? Let me get another one that I like. Anthony Lynn. I'm a fan of Anthony Lynn because I know the background of what his thought process is. I know what he does in the community and what he does for his players. His players want to play for him, especially when he was at Buffalo, and he's a well-respected coach. I like him. And last but not least, I like Shanahan, man. Shanahan, man, that guy's just an offensive genius, bro. Shanahan, bro. I like Shanahan. Harbaugh's cool too. Harbaugh, I like a lot too. Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid don't do it for me. He's all right. Good man, but he doesn't do it for me. Babe says, my brother's a Raiders fan, I'm a Bills fan, and my dad is a Rams fan. Yo, y'all are all over the place, man. Y'all are all over the place. Rico would still be wrong with his predictions, keeping it a buck. Ouch. Pear's taking shots. Hey, man. Sometimes we win some, sometimes we lose some. I'm just keeping it real like that. But anyway, yo, thank God Rico chose the great Buffalo Bills. You're damn right. You're damn right, Jones Mark. You're damn right. Yo, who's hating on Mike Tomlin? Mike Tomlin is a bum. The Steelers have done nothing ever since Cowherd retired. What? Oh, now you hating. Now you hating. Now you hating. You hating for real. That's hate. You're not even being truthful in your spiel. I'm not gonna take that. Mr. Yin Yang, I'm not gonna take that. They had the most Super Bowl potential, but it was somehow went down the drain. Hey, I still F with the guy, man. I still do. So that being said, yeah, exactly. Jeff, like you getting called out, Jeff. You getting called out. So folks, here's the deal. In conclusion with everything that we talked about today, and let's run it back. This 80-man cut down, I feel bad for some of these players that are not going to make this squad. It's tough, man. You work all your life. You work so damn hard. You get your agent to make these phone calls to get you on a roster. You know what I'm saying? You sign your little contract, and then just to hear that with this COVID thing, yo, you got to cut 10 players. You didn't even get an opportunity to show yourself, to show your ability, and you're cut. It sucks. It really does suck. So I feel bad for them. Secondly, preseason. No preseason. That's going to hurt a lot of players. It's going to hurt a lot of players. It's going to hurt the fans too, because it gives us the ability for us to watch these guys develop and watch these guys compete, to watch these guys for ourselves. Now we're going to have to rely on the reporters that are reporting on this team. And even with their limited access, we will still have to make our opinions off of what they've written. And hopefully they give us some footage, and there's guys that give us some things to look at. But we're blind in this. We're completely blind with no preseason. Hopefully they film some inner squad scrimmages, and we get to see that. Kind of like a blue and white game. I'd love to see that. All right? Players that are going to be affected by all of this with no time, what I'd like to see is Trey Adams. You want to see the Marco Harrells. You want to see Tyrell Dotson. Reggie Gilliam you want to see. And Daryl Johnsons, Mike Loves. Like those guys you want to be able to see. Thirdly, the one thing that concerns me the most, and I hope it doesn't, is the connection between Diggs and Allen. That's the most important. Diggs and Allen's chemistry is super important. We need that to make it work. We need it to work, because it doesn't work. We're back to the offense we had last year. The major piece we added was what was supposed to take us over the top. And if that doesn't pan out, if that doesn't gel, problematic. Problematic. And now, not only is it problematic, you're going to have a receiver that's going to be like, yo, y'all traded for me, and this guy over here is not making it work. Yo, what y'all going to do about it? Right? And now you got Allen going into his third year. He's got to prove a lot to people. So there's so much on the line. But those two in particular must make it work. And the puppeteer that's got to make it work is Dable. Dable's got to be on the same page, getting these guys together and going. It's super important, right? So that's something that we can't take for granted, and we need to make that thing work, man. We really do need to make that work. And we also got fun. We talked about streakers. I don't even know how we even got there. I think we was talking about fans, having fans outside, and then we got into talking about streakers and who's gonna tackle the streaker and how sad it would be to be the guy that has to tackle the streaker, especially if it's a big fella, sweaty. Oof, you don't want that. And it's worse if it's a guy that's agile, that's quick. He's got you running all over the place. I don't know if you guys watch YouTube, but this Russian guy by the name of Vitaly. Vitaly does that for a living. He goes to major events and then streaks. He runs as long as he can, but he's too big. He doesn't have enough agility to just keep going. Make a guy that runs marathons all day, that can run all day for you, boy. That'd be killer. That'd be killer. But nonetheless, it was a great show. I appreciate you guys once again showing up and showing your boy some love. Before you get out of here, smash that like real quick. If you're new to this page or you know someone that would enjoy this type of content, don't hesitate. Share this live feed. Let the people know. Subscribe to this channel. For those on YouTube, keep following the Buffalo Fanatics. For those that are watching on Twitter, hit that follow to your boy, RIco_BF. Hit that follow to the Buffalo Fanatics. If you came from Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Hit on every platform that we got. And we're also on Sportscaster. So go ahead and follow us on Sportscaster. We are all over the place. And special shout out to my Bing squad. And I gotta make an announcement, man. We are going back onto Patreon. For those that have been supporting us on Patreon and kept to it, we got something special for y'all. It's the barbershop. And the barbershop is going to be a panel of more than 4 people. It's going to be myself and Pierre. We're going to get Bobby out there, and then we're going to bring a slew of guests to come on. And there's no holds bars. We're going to jump in there, and it's going to be solely on Patreon. So we'll be keeping you guys abreast as to what's going on. It's going to be fun. And then we'll go from there, man. So, Chris Janke, I appreciate you. Chris Janke says, RIco, thanks for the show. You are the best. You're simply the best. Ding, 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 ding. Better than. Yo, I don't want to sing like that, but you know how it is, man. I appreciate that. Shit, all the links are in the description. Y'all know what it is, man. All the links are in the description below. And just so if you guys forget, we're on Instagram. We on Flick Chat. Get your merch at the BF Fan Shop. Hit me up on the Twitter, right? You want to hit our website? It's thebuffalofanatics.com. Listen, man, everything is there for you in the description below. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. My guy Josh Robert says, what is Patreon? Patreon is another platform for those that support us, and we give you guys behind the scenes, right? Certain things that you guys may not know about. New content, new exclusive content to people on Patreon. And there are so many things that you can unlock that will be exclusive to just Patreon for those that support us on Patreon. It's all voluntary based. Obviously, we're not saying get to us on Patreon. It's up to you. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that follow us on each and every platform, but it's just another platform that we're on. We always constantly keep this thing moving. It's just what it is, man. You stay stagnant, you get left behind. We can't do that, man. We're always constantly moving forward. So that's what we're doing on Patreon. So exclusive stuff that's going to be brought out to those that are subscribed to us on Patreon. So that being said, that's my time. If you guys appreciate and like the content that I bring to the Buffalo Fanatics and to you, the fans, smash that like real quick and continue to show love and support. We appreciate it very much so. And before I even get out there, New Mexico EJE, I got to show you a shout out, man. RIco is great as ever. Stay real, my brother. You know me. I always keeps it a buck all the time. Elliot, RIco, you're probably the best Buffalo YouTuber other than Dan Mitchell. Dan Mitchell is a great. Listen, man, you're not gonna find no beef with me and Dan Mitchell whatsoever. Dan Mitchell, I like a lot. He's a good dude, man. And the fact of the matter is, that boy is grinding solo dolo. I have much respect for those that can do it solo. Good for him, man. He's killing the game, and he's doing great, man. And we'll probably collab very, very soon, man, because he's doing a great job. That's my guy, Dan Mitch. Dan Mitch is doing great stuff, man. And we're very much alike. He's one of the other YouTubers that him and I, we kind of vibe the same way. We vibe with y'all, and y'all feel a real connection like that. So, and we talk about everything under the sun. So that's what's up with my guy, Dan Mitchell. So shout out to my guy, Dan Mitchell. He's a good dude, man. Real talk. And that being said, RIco, you're gonna end up on TV and we'll be screwed. Boy, you tripping, man. The only TV I'm gonna be on is BFTV, baby. It's Buffalo Fanatics. That's how we do, man. Elliot Eisler, I'm messing your name up, but you said you're done cooking. What did you cook? That's what I need to know. It better not be macaroni and hot dogs. Better not be. Matthew Riley says prediction for Josh Allen in terms of passing yards and completion percentage. Earlier, I think it was like maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago, I said there's no reason that he can't hit 4,000 yards this year. Do I still stand on that? It's a goal that I'd love for him to do, is get 4,000 yards. I may be chewing off a little bit more for him, but 4,000 yards is what I'd love for him to do. But if he doesn't do 4,000, I'll be very much okay with 3,600 yards plus. It's got to be over 35 for sure, but 36 over, I'm okay with that. But 4,000, I would love to see it Joshua 4,000 for sure. But before I get out of here, I need to know what Elliot Eisler, what did you cook? Crab ragoons? Rangoons. What the heck is that? Never heard of that. But if it tastes good, and that's all that matters, man. Jones Mark says, you are all great, but RIco is my favorite with his excitement he shows throughout the show. That is what it is, folks. It's the energy, man. Energy is everything. If I come in super boring, hey guys, this is RIco, you'd be, get out of here. Next, you're moving on to the next one. But we try to bring in energy at all times. That's why the team that we have right now of Steve and Dave, these guys are ball of energy, man. Steve is great because he's a ball of energy going, and Dave is the one that kind of keeps everything low and level, and it's a great balance. These guys are fantastic. Joe and Spence, man, these guys have known each other for years, man. That's what they do. And then and then we have our podcast, bro. We're lit, man. We lit. Caitlin Blount says, you should be on TV. More people need to know about the Buffalo Fanatics and specifically RIco. Let me tell you something. And I truly appreciate that, Caitlin, I really do. And if you feel strongly about that, and for those that do feel that way, there's only one way that this thing grows is when you share. Because there's a lot of people that know nothing about the Buffalo Fanatics. They absolutely know nothing about it. And they're Bills fans. And they're probably sick and tired of listening to, the guys that are out there. But the fact of the matter is this. If you guys share it, they will come. If you share it, they will come. I guarantee you that. And we'll be bigger than ever. Pierre says, how the F does RIco not know what crab ragoons are? Bro, I've never heard of crab ragoons. And I'm about to look that up right now. And it better be appealing. Crab ragoons. Is that good? What do you... Crab ragoons. What is that? Let me see what that is. Crab ragoons. Okay. It's like you fry it, right? Oh, it's like a mini egg roll, but it's crab inside. That's what it looks like. All right. Okay. Crab ragoons are okay. You better have made it from scratch. Don't you do crab ragoons from the box. Nobody wants that. From scratch. What's Brian Brower saying? Brian Brower says the only thing better than RIco is rated R RIco. Yo, dude, I'm trying to chill with being rated R RIco. I'm trying to chill because a lot of people watch this and be like, hey, if we're trying to, move this thing to the next level, you can't have rated R RIco, man. They're corporate folks and be like, yo, man, we're trying to bring you onto our network and this, that, and you cussing. I'm trying to chill. But sometimes rated R RIco does come out here and there, man. Yo, rated R RIco is a fun RIco, though, because there's no hope. He don't give a damn. He just goes. Chris Jenkins says crab ragoon is singular. Oh, got it. Crab ragoons is I. It looks somewhat appealing, but not great. ESPN is like the CNN of sports. They are hella biased and always hate on Buffalo. Changed my mind. I guess it depends on who is repping. There's some guys that that show love to Buffalo Fanatics. Excuse me, that show love to the Buffalo Bills, and there's some that just don't care for them. It all depends on who the person is that's repping. I know that there are some guys from NFL Network that love us, right? Mike Robb, he's a fan. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. Joe Miller says deep fried wontons with a crab cream cheese and an Asian dipping sauce. Look at Joe Miller. He dropping some knowledge on me, huh? Deep fried wontons, okay. With a crab cheesecake, crab cheese cream, with a cream cheese and an Asian. Okay, that might taste good. That might taste good. Rico got me into watching Buffalo Fanatics. Hey, if I got you here, that's fantastic, man. And we're gonna retain you. That's the thing. Getting you here is one thing. Retaining you is another. That is for damn sure. Chiefs right guard Laurent Tardif is the first NFL player that is opting out of his contract due to COVID-19. Tardif will continue to help fight COVID as an orderly in Canada. So here's the deal. Tardif, by education, is a doctor. I don't know what kind of doctor he is, but he's a doctor. So I'm assuming he's opting out not because of fear, but so to help in his community and help to fight this COVID. So, but he is the first to opt out. Respect to him, but I understand why he's opting out. But respect to my Canadian Tardif, Laurent Tardif. Shout out to you, my guy. Ben Johnson says Rated R RIco will appear after our first loss. Yo, you're not lying, man. Rated R RIco will definitely show up. I might have to do like an after hours where it's just for the fans. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But when Rated R RIco gets going, it's not good. Daniel Guard says, "What's better, Rico or drunk ass Rico?" Rico with no liquor in the system is a great time. Is a fantastic time. Rico with liquor in the system, boy, Rico is Mr. Fun all the time. I try not to see when I drink. I don't drink to get blackout. Some people, I don't know how y'all do, man. Some people drink to blackout and not remember what the heck just happened. Sorry, I like to be in control. I like to drink until I'm like at that point where I am la-di-da, feel good, and I'm chatty. Ask Pierre, man. Pierre saw me with a little juice in the system. We good, baby. We are fantastic. Y'all are tripping, man. Yo, I was supposed to be gone like 15 minutes ago, man. Y'all got me still going. That's my problem, man. I don't know how to turn this thing off. Oh, you said it, boy. You said it. Where you at? Rated R RIco will be live on the barbershop. You damn right. I'm gonna tell you right now. I told you guys the barbershop. There's no rules. There's just chat. And you want Rated R RIco, and you want me and Pierre going at it, or me and Bobby going at it, yo. And whoever the guest that we bring on, you better bring it. That's all I'm gonna say. You can't be shy. There's no shyness in the barbershop. That's for damn sure. I bet Rico is fun drunk. I am, and I'll fully admit it. I will fully admit it. A little juice in the system, boy. Primo, Mr. Jokes. That's what it is, man. Anyway, folks, we're gonna save Rated R RIco for the barbershop. That's for damn sure. Elliot Eisler, if the Bills make the Super Bowl, I'm your FL connection and will let you throw me through a table live. You guys know about how I feel about going through the table. I'm not a big fan of that. But if you want to get slammed through a table, I will clothesline you. I will clothesline you like Bradshaw. You know what I'm saying? You know Bradshaw. Bradshaw had that mean. You guys got to be in the wrestling bag to know who I'm talking about. I mean, Bradshaw's got that mean clothesline, man. That clothesline from hell. Yo, you get that through the table, you're done. You're done, son. Rico, make sure you send us the info to the barbershop. Yo, man, Patreon. Everything is in the link below. Click that Patreon link and you in there, man. We're going to be getting that barbershop ready soon. So, JBL. Yo, Joshua Barrett. You a wrestling fan too, boy? Oh, man. Thank you, man. Yo, you guys are the best, man. Listen, you guys are the best. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Keep tuning into the Buffalo Fanatics. The podcasts are lit. Chick Flat is lit. Chick Flat. The Flick Chat is lit. Everything is lit about the Buffalo Fanatics. And I am the face to make things happen. So, y'all know what it is. It's that time. Let me get myself ready, man. My boy Kevin usually is here and he finishes off, but he's not here this time. It's your boy! And I'm gone. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Hey, yo.